All right, y'all, welcome back to Decide to Succeed. I am here with another video from the Authentic Path Framework. And today we are covering, I believe, is the deepest pillar of the Authentic Path Framework, and that is identity release. And I feel like it's the deepest because it's all about answering the questions. And I don't think we really sit down and ask ourselves the questions that we need to ask to get down to our truth, because your truth knows the answers, but a lot of times the conformity and the expectations blocks us from getting to that truth. So today we are asking the question, who am I without everything that I've been taught that I am? This is Decide to Succeed. Again, I am Deidre, your host and your Authentic Path guide. So go ahead and subscribe, like this video, and join us for your authentic path. Three points that I want to make today in regards to identity release. Identity is condition. Identity is consciousness. Identity is responsibility. Identity release, releasing who you were told you should be. I want to begin with a question. And that question is, where does identity come from? Where does identity come from? Most people would answer with things like where I'm from, my nationality, my social class, education, my religion, my family, etc. And while those things may describe aspects of your life experience, are they truly who you are? The Authentic Path Framework offers a different perspective. Identity is not who you've been told you were. Identity is conscious awareness of your true authentic self beneath conditioning, because we've all been conditioning. It's part of growing up. Growing up is conditioning. Going to school is conditioning. So today I want to explore identity release because I feel it is the most important step in following your authentic path. Point number one. Most identities are conditioned. The moment we are born, we begin collecting labels, such as our nationality, our race, our gender, our social class, our family roles, society's expectations, right? Over time, we begin to identify with these labels. And most of them, majority of the time, become so natural that we don't even question these labels. But the question is, are these identities truly who I am? Again, beneath the conditioning. Or are they simply roles that we have inherited? Identity release begins when we begin to question the labels and the roles that we have been taught, and questioning the stories that we've been taught about ourselves. Not to reject what you've been learned, but to decipher what is true to you authentically. The truth is, most of us aren't living from authenticity. We're living from programming. So my question that I have for you today is, what beliefs about yourself have you never questioned? Point number two, identity exists in consciousness. So within the Authentic Path Framework that I've created here, identity derives from consciousness. Identity is not merely the body. Identity is not merely our circumstances. Identity is not merely our history. Identity is the awareness behind the experience, the observer behind the thoughts. The Authentic Path recognizes that we are all spiritual beings having a human experience. This perspective changes everything. So instead of asking, what have I been taught to be? We begin asking, what do I know myself to be? We begin trusting intuition, your inner knowing, your inner guidance, your authentic desires, and spiritual awareness. Your identity becomes less about external labels and more about your inner truth. Question: what does your inner voice know that your conditioning disagrees with? Point number three, True identity requires responsibility. Awakening to your true identity is only the beginning. The next step is living it. True identity is not just self-awareness. True identity is responsibility. Responsibility for purpose, your gifts, your choices, growth, your impact. So the moment you recognize yourself as a powerful creator, because we all are, you can no longer live life passively. It's natural that you begin to make choices that are intentional towards your true authentic self. Therefore, you begin consciously creating your life. You begin making decisions that are aligned with your purpose, and you begin taking ownership of your authentic path. Stop waiting for permission and stop blaming circumstances. That's something big that I used to do. I can't do this because this. Stop blaming circumstances. That is holding you back from living the beautiful, full life that you were meant to live. Another thing is that you stop conforming to things and expectations that do not belong to you. You begin living intentionally. So this is where identity release becomes identity embodiment. You're not discovering who you are. You're becoming your true authentic self. Question: what part of your authentic self are you ready to fully embody? So let me leave you with this. Identity release is not about becoming someone new. It's about removing what isn't you. It's about releasing conditioning, remembering your true nature. It's recognizing yourself as a conscious creator. It's honoring your purpose and your gifts. And it is taking responsibility for the life you were meant to live. Because authentic path is not about creating a false identity. It's about uncovering the authentic one that has been there all along. So remember, forward, not force, because as path walkers, where truth leads, we follow. Again, I am Dee, your authentic path guide and your host here at Decide to Succeed. Go ahead and subscribe to the video, like it, save it for later, and I will see you on the path.